Hello, everyone. Working on getting started here. I always have to make sure I'm in the right place. The lag on the computer takes me a bit to catch up with, so it takes me a second to make sure we're in the right spot. Give everybody a moment to pop on before I get started. There we are. I found myself. There we go. I think we've got it. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Mine, unfortunately, the stomach bug sort of swept through. Mostly just me, but we'll get there. Hi, Shelly. How are you tonight? Just giving it a second to see if we can get some people to pop on. I have to figure out my lighting. I have such a glare here. I'm doing good. I just said I'm just getting over a touch of the stomach bug. It sort of swept through me this weekend. So it was a good long weekend, but yesterday I spent it in bed. All right, so our holiday catalog is officially live. It's very exciting. I want to start off by saying that anyone who likes, comments, or shares this video is going to, I'm going to send them one of the projects from this evening. I'm going to draw randomly. I'm going to send you one of the projects that we make from this evening. Winners from last week's live, I have Sandra Tangway and Shelly Pocket. So I'm going to send each of you one of these little gifts. I appreciate you guys interacting with me, and it is kind of encouraging to keep this going. I agree, no way to have a day off, that's for sure. So card class, local card class is next week. The cost is $12 per person, or it's going to be free with a $30 minimum order. You have to use the host code for September, and the local card class at Paris Treasures next week is at 6 to 8 p.m. Use the host code, and you actually earn that for free. The holiday catalog, like I said, is live today. Very exciting. I'm going to post a link to the new products on my Facebook page, so you can go and check them out. So I just wanted to go over the oh, good, Shelly, you're going to be there. Great. I just want to go over the catalog a little bit. Now that we can open it and actually show you. Those who don't have a copy, let me know, and I will make sure I get one out to you. There are lots of great things in here. So first off, just like the annual catalog, the new annual catalog, they put the bundle stuff up front. They actually don't show you the bundles. They don't show you the stamp set and the dies, but it gives you a general idea of what the bundle's all about. You can go to that page and check it out. So it's just kind of a quick reference guide for whatever look you're looking for. You can find it in the front, just like in the annual catalog. We're going to play with this new suite. I purchased the all-around Wreath dies and this new toile, I think it's toile tidings paper. It's really pretty vintage toile paper, and the glitter enameled up. So we're going to play with those tonight, but here's a better view of the the paper there. It's got some really pretty, oh my goodness, patterns. There we go. I'll give you an up close. So this is the Toile Tidings paper here. And again, it's so pretty. And it features garden green and real red. So it's got some really pretty winter scenes on one side. And on the other side, it's just in real red. It's the same print, but it's in real red. So it's got that in several. So it's got the buffalo check, which is super popular. And then it's in red. And then another winter scene with snowmen and a barn. And then it's got, again, the same in real red. It's got some stripes, and then a couple of outdoorsy prints, which is one of them that we're going to use tonight. This one's just got some leaves, some greenery, and then this one's got some wildlife. It's got bear and deer and rabbits. So they're super pretty paper. And that's what we're going to play with in one of our projects tonight. Now, I didn't order the stamps. I just ordered the dies because I kind of picked and choose what I was really in love with. And I liked the stamps, but I really loved the wreath dies. So we're gonna play with those. Anyway, we really don't need to go through it page by page, but there was a couple of things that I just wanted to point out. Lots of new gorgeous dies. We have new metallic inks. I don't know if you're used to old metallic inks, but the new metallic inks, they say don't smear. When you go to rub them, they don't smear all over the place on you. So those are available in copper, gold, and silver. I think those are going to be popular. Oh, another popular one is this Let Us Know Sweet, but it's the mini curvy keepsake box. If you're familiar with our old curvy keepsake box, it did retire, but this one is a small version of that. You can actually get 2 out of 1 sheet of cardstock, which is kind of cool. So, and the DSP that goes with that suite is really super cute too. But there's a picture of the mini curvy keepsake box right there, just to give you a reference of what those look like. And then of course you've got kits and all kinds of gorgeous stuff in here. This new stamp set here, the Cup of Christmas stamp set, it's actually new to us. It's a reversible stamp set. So you can stamp this polka dot mug, but then also use the flip side and get the same polka dot mug going in a different direction. So it's new to Stampin' Up! These reversible mugs, which are going to be super popular. So that's super cute. Anyway, all kinds of great stuff. There's some Halloween stuff towards the back. Some gorgeous new DSPs. All kinds of seasons are in there. This snow front, which is kind of like our waterfront stamp set that we had that was so popular. We still have. It's in the annual catalog. But now there's a snow front one to match. It's got the deer and the snowman, the trees, all kinds of pretty stuff. Make some gorgeous cards with that. All right. I am booking in-home classes and events. If you choose to have a party showcasing the new holiday catalog, let me know. You can book anytime. We'll just pick an open date and invite some friends and just create. Next up to tell you, the September's Fab Friday class is going to be a fancy fold class. Fab Friday class is every 4th Friday, and it's in my house, my Stampin' Space. It's a fancy fold class. It's going to be featuring the beautiful Friendship stamp set. So this is the stamp set we're going to feature this month in the Fab Friday class. And the, oh my goodness, let me get you the date because that was just kind of silly. The date for this one is September, I want to say the 27th. Yes, September 27th. And that is, again, 6 to 8 p.m. We're going to feature this beautiful Friendship stamp set. The class is $15 or it's $35 and you get the stamp set with it. Or it's $50 and you get the stamp set and the sprig punch. And so these are the cards. Again, it's a fancy fold class. So this is our first one. I love our beautiful Friendship. Then we're going to do this bridge mount, the bridge card here. Kind of reminds me of lilacs. We're going to do this congratulations card featuring some of that pretty bird ballad DSP. And then this super fun card, another birthday card, a slider card. So again, that class is September 27th. You RSVP by email or post here. It's $15 for the class, $35 with the stamp set, or $50 with the stamp set and the sprig punch, which is featured on a couple of the cards that night. All right, so there's that one. All right, the DSP sale, our Designer Series paper sale, started today. I think I mentioned that in my last video, but it's a great time to stock up on some of our beautiful Designer Series paper. Go in with a friend, buy 3 packs, and you get the 4th pack for free. So it's really a good time to check out our DSP. So on to some playtime. I really struggled with what to do with the new product that I had gotten in. I have all these new products from the catalog, from the pre-order. Demonstrators get to pre-order from the catalog about a month early. And I purchased a few things, not a whole lot, but a few things from the catalog that I really wanted to play with. And so tonight we're going to do Christmas. So Christmas in September. So this is a wreath die set here, and they don't come on the magnetic sheets. I just purchased these off Amazon. I just find it an easy way to hold them in the cases. They click right back onto the magnet and keep them in place so I'm not losing anything. But it's super cute. I mean, you could use, this could be a fall, you could make fall wreaths. You could do all kinds of different stuff with this. Country wreaths. It's not specifically has to be Christmas, but Christmas is what we're doing tonight. Because I also want to play with that toile paper, which I love. All right, so these are the projects that we're going to make. They're both similar in design. And then these are the glitter enamel dots. They're in that same suite of products, the 12 tidings glitter enamel dots. They're red and they're real red and garden green. Super pretty. Comes in a bunch of different sizes, but we're going to use those as well. All right, so we're going to start with the card. The card base is a regular 5.5 by 8.5 piece of paper. So it's just a piece of cardstock cut in half. And then we have a piece of real red that measures 4 by 5.25. Oops, let's get my adhesive here. This 12 tidings paper gives, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, toil, anyway. It gives a very vintage look anyway. It's backed on very vanilla, which is a little off-white, but I wanted to give it a little extra aging. So I actually used my crumb cake ink and one of our little sponge daubers, and I just went all the way around the outside. Hi ladies, thank you for joining me. Appreciate you popping on and watching my videos. If you're just joining, the holiday catalog just went live today, so I'm playing with some new products from the holiday catalog. All right, so that just adds a little something to the background there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere that on as well. And because I use this wreath, there's actually not a whole lot of stamping to these projects tonight. So they're super simple projects. So the wreaths, these are the two shapes. There's a background shape and a leaf shape that come in this little set here. And there are some little things I didn't pop out here, just some little pieces. You could layer these, you could make it really thick. Like I said, you could make them fall colors. It could be like a country wreath, even for somebody who loves that sort of look, and for a birthday card, that would be really cute too. Alright, then I took some of my liquid adhesive and I put it on just a few of the bigger leaves. If you can see, these actually don't line up perfectly. It's just going to line up a little bit on the outside of this wreath. So I'm just going to dab on some glue on the outside, a couple of outside leaves of this wreath. And I'm going to set it on here. These probably line up somehow. I haven't played with it enough, but I just sort of liked the random look of the background on there. Alright, so there's our little wreath. And then I took a piece of Very Vanilla, and I used this Label Me Pretty stamp set, which is in the annual catalog, and I just used the little decorative, doesn't have any words, but this little red scroll label, and that is going to be in Real Red. Oop, I pushed too hard. Whoopsie. Tap, tap, tap. My goodness, what's going on here? Alright, let's wash this and try this again. I pushed way too hard in the ink the first time. Alright, perfect. And I'm going to take the punch, cut off my boo-boos. And I'm going to punch the little label out here. And then I took another new stamp set. This one's called Itty Bitty Christmas. Has all kinds of different Christmas sayings, you know, from cooking to and from. Have a sugar sprinkled Christmas. Oh, what yum. If you give away some cute yummy goodies in this little box, that would be cute. I just used From Our House to Yours. Oops. And I haven't put all the stickers on these. As you can see, I've only put the stickers on a few of them. But these are those new cling stamps. They're super awesome. I love them. The backing is actually a sticker, so it sticks to your blocks. No more of the stamps falling off. So again, I'm going to use the crumb cake. And I'm going to stamp From Our House to Yours right on there. And I'm going to use the little sponge again, and I'm going to go around my little label. And give that a little bit of aging as well. Alright, back to our card. I'm going to take some dimensionals here on our wreath. And decide how I want it to go. And then I'm going to take a couple more dimensionals. And this time I'm going to put them on the wreath where my label's going to go, so that way it's all the same height. If I put it off to the side over here and one in the middle, it would sort of give it a wonky, as my mother would have said, a wonky appearance. So I'm going to put my, oh geez Louise, Heidi. I'm going to put my label right here. And I'm using some of our little rustic baker's twine here. And as you see me do before, I did a double layer, and I'm just going to tie it as if it's one. So I'm going to tie a little bow, but I wanted a little extra oomph to it, so I used a piece cut in half. So it's sort of a double bow. Cut those apart. And then I'm going to use a little glue dot, stick this on my wreath. Right there. And then last but not least, I'm going to bring out those glitter enamel dots, which are super cute. And I'm just going to place a couple. And when I did it, I had to actually put my tweezers underneath. I'm going to place a couple in a couple different spots on my wreath. I used a couple different sizes. Oop. That one's alive. Does not want to go. And these already have the sticky on them, as you can tell. So you won't have to put any adhesive on them. And one more. And there we go. So there we go. My first couple of Christmas cards of the season in September. Anyway, I love that little wreath. I think it's so cute. All right. So let's move these few things out of the way here. And we're going to move on to our little box. So the paper that you need for the box itself is 7.5 by 10. I am using crumb cake paper. And I'm going to get out my scoreboard here. So 7.5 piece of paper. On the long side, you're going to score it at 1.5. At 4 1/4, at 5 3/4, and at 8.5. Then you're gonna rotate, and on the short side, you're gonna score it at 1.5 and at 6. All right. And then you're going to take your snips and you're going to snip up. And actually, I kind of like to use my longer scissors just so that I have it a little bit straight when I've got bigger area to cut here. And when I'm cutting for a box, I also like to cut into the tab. And that sort of just gives you a little more wiggle room and helps your box come together a little bit better without all the bulk and anything sticking out on you. So you're going to rotate and do it on the other side as well. And when you cut out your little notches, make sure you're doing it out of the tabs and not the sides of your box. You want the sides of your box to remain whole, but the tabs are where you can cut out a little notch just to make it go together a little bit easier. All right, so there's that. So also to make it so that the box is easier to open and you have a place to open your box, it's just a little clamshell box. I don't think I even showed you that, but it's just a simple little clamshell box. You can put all kinds of stuff in there. Christmas treats, or again, you could do this for Halloween and decorate it with Halloween sentiments, for fall, Thanksgiving. Anyway, to make it a little bit easier, I just took a little bite out of one end. So decide which end is going to be the outside of your box. And you stick your punch in. And what I did is I just lined it up, so then, and I eyeballed it. It's no specific measurements. And I lined the top of my punch up with this original, or this first score line. You don't have to, I just thought it made life easier. So then you have just a little bite out of your box, and that's going to be the front of your box. So starting on the other side of your box, you're just going to fold it all up. And this is what's going to make the bottom of your box. Now you could stamp on this. Before you put it all together, you could stamp designs, stamp some background stamps, whatever you wanted to do, but I'm just going with this. So then you take your 4 tabs here, and I'm going to leave this side alone because this is the top of my box, and that gets assembled on its own. So you're just going to, well, in theory, there we go. Get some glue out here. And again, when making boxes, I like to use the liquid Tombow glue. So I think it holds your box together best. And then you just pull your sides up and meet them. Meet them in the middle, so that the outside of your box is straight with your edge, like that. And then again on the other side. Here and here. All right, so now you can go ahead and you can assemble the other side of your box. Now the glue again is only going to be on the tabs. So you're going to put some glue on each tab, here and here. And you're going to bring those up to meet the sides. All right, and then this actually folds so that it closes on the outside of your box. So there's your little clamshell box. Now the front of the box I decorated with a piece of paper from the 6x6 Neutrals stack of paper, the Neutrals DSP, and it comes with all the neutral inks. It comes with in front, and of course they're different on the other side. So this is just the crumb cake piece out of that 6x6 paper. This DSP is 2 5/8 by 4 3/8. And I'm just going to put it down on the front, or the top, I should say, of the box. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assemble my second wreath the same way as I did the first wreath. I just layered them on top. I guess I should have gotten all these little pieces out first. And I'm going to use, again, the liquid glue on just a few of the bigger leaves so that I can glue it down to the base portion of the wreath. So sort of the same design as the card. you could actually give them together if you wanted to. You could change this out with that toile paper. And again, I used some dimensionals, which disappeared on me. And the box goes off the wreath goes off the box a little bit. So I actually just put the dimensionals on, one on each side, like this. And put that down. So this time I actually used the Whisper White on this one. And I used the same label from the Label Me Pretty stamp set and the punch, the matching punch. This time we're going to gently tap that ink. And I stamped the label. This little Joy to the World stamp also comes out of that same set. Comes out of the Itty Bitty Christmas set. And we're going to punch it out of the crumb cake. Oh, before I put that away, I'm going to ink it again like I did the other one. So we're going to punch out the label, and we're going to ink it up, same as I did with the other one. I just sort of like that little aged look on this color combination. I'm going to hit the edges again with the crumb cake. This is sort of an impromptu live because the catalog went live. I intended to be here last night, as Tuesday, regularly. But unfortunately, I was hit with a bit of a stomach bug this week, so it was not meant to be yesterday. All right, so I'm going to again use a dimensional, or a piece of dimensional. You gotta use up every little bit, you know. And I'm going to put the Joy to the World down here. And then again, I'm going to use these glitter enamel dots. Somebody's here, Miss Molly's going to guard the door with her life. I don't know if you can hear her barking. And here. And one more. Let's go down here. These glitter enamel dots are so pretty. Sparkly. Alright, and I left that space open because again we're going to use the linen thread. Is that what this one's called? The name escapes me, but it's the crumb cake thread. And we're going to tie it in a bow. A double bow again. Just using a folded over piece. And another glue dot. And we're going to add that. Oh, we didn't snip this apart here. Now we're going to add that. So there you go. There would be a cute little box. You can put all kinds of different things in it. Oop, Christmas gifts. Again, you could switch it up for any holiday. This wreath is going to be really pretty in fall colors. I'm going to try that next. I have not yet, but it's on my to-do list to try it out in fall colors. I think that would be really pretty. So anyway, there are the little projects for tonight. I appreciate you popping on and checking out my lives and keeping up with me and interacting with me. It's really encouraging, and I hope to continue doing them. Hopefully I can get on a regular schedule so you'll always know when they'll be. But anyway, I do appreciate you. Thanks for popping on, I hope you have a wonderful evening and happy stamping. Thank you, Shelley.